Good afternoon and welcome to our demo. I'm Buddy Carapio, systems engineer, joined by Linda Agar, who handles our design and builds. Here at LabelPak, we manufacture labeling equipment. We also provide turnkey solutions to automate your downline packaging process. That includes designing and building customized labeling systems, labels, label supplies, case erectors, case sealers, and conveyance. We also assist with your data collection needs. We are a longtime partner of Zebra, Sato, and Datamax, and we have certified technicians on site to enable us to offer service and maintenance programs after the sale. Today we are demonstrating the 223 TRW Tabeltop semi-automatic wrap labeling system, labeling cylindrical products or tubes. It features a hopper which automatically loads the product onto the conveyor. The wheel can be changed to accommodate different sizes. A small tabletop conveyor and featuring our new label applicator. The hopper and conveyor combo really increases the efficiency as compared to placing each one by hand into a jig for labeling. The system gives you consistent and repeatable placement, geared to small and medium runs, and also can be set up in line. It's cost effective with no compressed air required, and it's 120 volts. There's a small footprint and it's very easy to use. Markets served are cannabis industry, chemicals, cosmetics, pharmaceuticals. And what makes our machine really stand out is the durability, and it's made to last. Linda is going to be speaking about the details.
Thanks, Buddy. As Buddy mentioned, we started out this new system, and system being a keyword, this new system, we introduced a brand new applicator to accommodate it. This unit is also available as a standalone applicator. It's 4-inch maximum width with 12-inch OD, 3-inch supply with a 3-inch take-up. This unit by itself is variable speed. It will set up on a line that's already set up and existing. It doesn't have all of the bells and whistles and adjustments and so forth, but consequently the trade-off, it's a smaller footprint and a bit more cost effective for initial investment. We incorporated that with a standard roller conveyor, the roller conveyor being rollers instead of a belt or fixed roller solution. This roller conveyor has 5/8 pitch rollers that continually run around that loop to carry the product to the applicator. When that product comes into the applicator, a self-adjusting roller will come above the top of the product, rotate the product, and then release it for the next one to come into position. What that brings to the table is a self-adjustment as far as product height. So we can run anything from a 1/2-inch diameter up to about a 3-inch diameter by either raising the height of the applicator to clear the peel plate, and the 3-roll wrap configuration will adjust to that height automatically. This one is set up with the optional hopper. That optional hopper on this particular unit will run up to a 2-inch diameter with a change of star wheels. Right now it's set up to run a 3/4-inch product. It'll go down to a 1/2-inch. It'll go, as I mentioned, up to a 3-inch. If you get into something larger than a 2-inch, we have to change out the hopper discharge, but it's still the standard product. The 3-inch doesn't go all the way back down to the 1/2-inch. As with all of our products, durability is always a key to the design features. We still do this with cantilevering all of our shafts with bearings. We still mount all of our rollers in bearings. We still use motors that are intended for stop and start without overheating or burning themselves up. We slave drive our rewind, so we don't have to worry about stopping and starting the rewind. We're also running a step motor on the star wheel, so that star wheel also becomes adjustable as far as the timing and the speed that we're discharging product out of the hopper, so that we can control our labeling portion much easier. This whole unit comes on its own standard base for tabletop. The addition is a bolt-on for the hopper to keep it aligned properly. This can also have an add-on for an optional base that we could provide it with leveling feet and casters if you want to be able to roll this around, or it can be shipped as is, so you can just set it on your existing workbench. We'll show you a quick video of the machine running.
All of our controls are made in-house, and we have an onboard PLC which can be tailored to whatever preference you have at your facility, whether it be Allen Bradley, Panasonic, or Automation Direct. We incorporate a user-friendly touchscreen HMI, which comes in a variety of different sizes. Our panel is remote and is mounted in a position that allows you to easily make changes to the system. It's in the back there. The PLC gives us versatility. Each of the timers is easily changed from the HMI. And there are 3 variable speed motors that you can adjust through the HMI as well. We can provide recipes, making it easier for the user on changeovers. And we can add additional options such as parts labeled counter. Now we're going to take some questions. Kate?
Yeah, we have a question. What is the throughput per minute?
What is the throughput per minute?
Throughput per minute obviously is going to vary depending on the product size and the label length. This particular product, and in the video that you were watching, was running about 40 parts per minute. Larger product is probably going to run a little bit slower than that, but it's much faster than what an operator can do by hand.
Okay. We have another one coming through, I believe. What is the maximum supply roll OD?
What is the maximum supply roll?
The supply roll on this particular, because this unit is not as adjustable as the larger predecessor that is actually still available, this unit is kind of fixed at a 12-inch OD. Future generations will look at doing it as available at a 16-inch OD, but currently it's at a 12-inch.
What is the label placement tolerance?
Label placement tolerance.
Our standard is right along with the industry of a plus or minus 30 seconds. But keep in mind too that this is a wrap, and it's not set up to orient to a particular position on that product. It's just a continuous wrap system. So it isn't orienting to the radius. It's just that left and right web weave that you're going to have for any variation.
And how long does the changeover take?
How long does a changeover take?
Changeover, again, depends on the product and the label. If you're running the same label, obviously you're just going to change out the star wheel. The star wheel is a single threaded nut that's removed. You slide the old star wheel out, put the new star wheel in. It doesn't need any further adjustments here. There are some presets and there are some other recorded values that need to be changed in the HMI. And then it's a matter of finding your stop position. You advance the conveyor. When the part is at a stop position that raises the roll, that becomes your new value, and then you hit start and run. So you might be looking at 15 minutes to do a changeover. You probably, in a little bit of practice, get that time down. As far as changing the label supply roll, there's a release right underneath. By pressing that release, everything comes straight out the front. So it's quick and easy to change the label supplies.
What is the duty cycle of the machine?
It is a 24/7 duty cycle.
What's the maximum label width of the standard head?
Maximum label width. of
This
that.
one is 4-inch. On our 300 series, it's 6.5 inch, but this particular applicator is at 4-inch.
Okay, thank you for joining us for our presentation. Please contact us if you have any additional questions at 814-362-1528, and we can set up another Teams meeting. Thank you. Oh, one more question.
What are the wear items on the machine?
Wear items on this really, I guess, are yet to be found because we don't have anything other than our friction disc. There's a pair of friction discs on our take-up because that is slave driven. But other than those friction discs, everything is bearing mounted and similar type of construction as the rest of our equipment. On a straight up applicator, the wear parts are more going to show up in years of use rather than in months or less than.
And what level operator is required to set up and run the machine?
Well, I'd like to hope that any operator has at least basic knowledge of automated equipment, but certainly doing a lot of the training myself, I run across a lot of operators that don't have any experience, don't have any previous knowledge to draw from. This particular machine, the applicator is 10-15 minutes training. They can change out the supplies themselves, and that's all they really need to be able to do. As far as setting up the three-roll wrap, they'll have to do a couple of times with different products to really get a comfort level with it. But an operator off the street that's never seen a machine before, you're probably looking at an hour or two of training and them going through it themselves. Within a week's time, they know more about it than I do.
We have one more question coming. Can you run film labels on this machine, and can a date coder be added?
Film labels, yes, as long as there is a contrast. We do use a through beam sensor, so a clear label on a clear liner would be a problem. It could be modified to address that, but standard film products, that's not an issue. It could run it as is. Date coding, we haven't done the design yet to mount any of the standard configurations as far as, be it hot stamp, inkjet, what have you, as far as date coding, but it's certainly something that we would look at going forward. There's plenty of room to work with vertically, so we could add whatever you needed to do the date coding and so forth.
And how much product can be labeled in 1 hour, 8 shift? With the product you are presenting in 1 8-hour shift?
1 8-hour shift.
So you're looking at 40 parts a minute. So I don't have my calculator in front of me, but that's roughly 240, 2,400 a minute, 2,400 an hour, 2,400 an hour times 8. I mean, again, that assumes that an 8-hour shift that there's somebody that's going to keep filling the supplies and keep it up and running, but it's conceivable to probably do something around 16,000 ballparks.
18,400.
Okay.
What is the largest diameter bottle?
In this hopper, it's limited to 2-inch. Again, We could run a 3-inch container on this. We just need to change out the hopper itself. That's limited by the escape route on the hopper. But if you're doing this inline without the hopper, you can run 3.5 inch without modifications as is.
Someone typing. Can you customize for a bigger OD?
Bigger OD on the supply, yes we could. On the product, we could do that as well. That we would have to change out the pitch on the roller.
Oh, product.
Product, yes. To customize for a larger product, we would have to change the pitch on the roller conveyor. When we change the pitch on the roller conveyor, you're going to lose the smaller diameter products. So yes, we can go to a larger product. It just needs to have a trade-off.
What is the cost of the machine as is?
Oh, I don't have that information. I apologize, but if you want to get a hold of one of the salespeople or give us a call later, we can probably follow up with that.
Could you give us the phone number once more for additional?
Sure, yes. Our phone number is 814-362-1528. And we can also set up another Teams meeting if you'd like to see some more of the details of the machine. Good. I think that's it. That concludes our presentation. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.